I'm glad to hear that because we are well known for our friendly environment here at the college, and I'm glad to hear that from you because usually, you know, international students have different experience than someone that comes, for example, from Muscatine or from Wilton or from any surrounding areas to the college. And I'm sure your experience will be totally different than the rest of the students, and I'm glad to hear that. I mean, how about you, Victor? What will be the best thing that you experienced so far at the college, Iowa, or in the United States?
I guess the hospitality, as Aduato said, because like we came to a small town and we didn't expect to see so many things as we saw and have so many friends as we have. So it's been a surprise, at least for me, like to be such in a small town with so many nice people and see so many new places and learn many things. So yeah, hospitality and nice friends, nice people around me.
That's good. That's good. I'm glad to hear that again. Okay, well, if we want to talk about what you do in your free time, whether, you know, you take a nap or you go out and party or you have fun, I mean, can you share some of the stuff that you do in your free time?
Sure. Most of the time especially at this time of the year, because it's really cold outside, so we spend most of the time inside the house, talking to our family or spending some time together playing video games or working projects back in Brazil. Like Victor have a project that he used to be an English teacher, right? Yeah. So he's always like researching for something, and I have like some projects at the college, and we spend some time at that.
That's good. How about you, Victor?
Yeah, pretty much that. Like with the weather the way it is, we hang out with friends, we order some pizza, we spend like the night playing video games, talking to our families, to our friends back in Brazil through the internet. What else? Sometimes we take a nap.
Is it, I mean, I just want to say something here. Is it difficult to adjust to that cold weather, you know, coming from a very hot weather into that minus 20 degrees? I mean, is it difficult for you to adjust to this? I mean, what do you do to avoid like the snow, the cold weather?
Actually, it's different because you have to put 3 layers of clothes to go out. Back in Brazil, you just put a shirt and go out.
And you're out.
Yeah, so that's different for me, I guess. But Aduato lived in a really hot place, so.
Yeah, so for me, it's kind of hard because I get sleepy all the time, so I can sleep much more than I usually do. So we pretty much stay at home.
Yeah.
So that's the big difference.
Okay. Well, my next question to also both of you, same thing. If you would like to take 1 or 2 things that you learn here at Muscatine Community College and in the United States, back to your native country, Brazil, what will be the 1 or 2 things that you would like to take, and why?
Well, I guess here in the US we realized that we can go beyond what we expected, because at least for me, I never expected to be living alone like so early and have to cook, have to buy your own groceries, have to clean the house. You know, you have to do everything by your own self. So that's one thing I guess I'll take for, not back for Brazil, but back for life, you know. Learn how to do things by yourself. You don't need to rely on somebody to do it for you. So you can do things on your own, live on your own.
So like what you are trying to say, that in Brazil, you stay with your family, you live with them.
Yeah.
At your age, and so you don't need to worry about, let's say, cooking your meal.
Yeah, for example, or you don't have to clean the whole house. Like you help cleaning, you help with the house, but you don't have to do everything, you know. So living alone is kind of different because you have to do it. If you don't do it, there's nobody else to do it. So you gotta do it.
That's good. That's good. How about you, Aduato?
And I mean, taking a different like range of that, but coming from a merger economy and being in U.S., we can see how far we can go as a professional, and that is something that you cannot like learn while you are in your native country. It doesn't matter where. I mean, back in Brazil, we have another perspective of professionalism and future, like job, work, family, and being here we can see how different it is for a big and powerful country as US, even at this time of the economy. But that's a big thing to bring it back to Brazil and this cultural diversity and this economic difference.
Well, how would you go about that? I mean, like when you go back to Brazil, I mean, is it easy to take all the learning that you got here at MCC and all the things that you learned? Is it easy to apply it there in Brazil? Do you have any kind of barriers or obstacles that might stop you from applying that? Or is it easy to do that?
Well, as we are here experiencing everything, I think it's going to be pretty much natural for us to go there and to share this experience with our friends, with our instructors. But yeah, I think for every change you will have barriers. So if you're coming for a different culture and you go there, you already like passing through that because you have to adjust again to our culture back. So yeah, we'll have some barriers, but I don't think there will be a problem if you have a goal.
Yeah, that is good. I'm glad to hear that, because in some cultures sometimes it's difficult to change things and it might take some time before you change, but I'm glad to hear that. You know, one of the things, both of you took my econ classes, and as you know, like when we went over the international economics and international trade, one of the questions that I asked you, I remember then, was like, did you experience or see something, for example, here in United States or here in Iowa or here in Muscatine, that makes you say, wow? I mean, it's just like, did you experience something like that?
Well, I guess at first, like, the snow would be wow, because the day everything got white was really different for us. But I don't know.
The trucks, a lot of trucks, big cars.
Oh yeah, we have. Oh yeah, the road system's different also from Brazil.
So how it's different?
You guys can make some turns in some corners that are different back in Brazil. Back in Brazil we have a lot of lights, traffic lights. So here is different. You guys can make some kind of turns without needing wait to the lights turn green, and it's different. All your cars don't have the clutch. It's automatic, are automatic. It's pretty much, and they are really cheap.
Okay.
Much more cheap than Brazil.
Okay. Well, that's good. So the snow is the big wow for you.
Yeah, it was a big wow at first.
Yeah, it was for me too. 15 years ago when I moved to Iowa too. I experienced the same thing. I came, relatively speaking, from a nice warm country into, again, like that 20 below zero type temperature. So it was a big wow for me too. Okay, my next question to you will be, are you involved with any student activities, whether it's the student government activities or any other student organization activities? Did you participate in any trips, let's say, around this area? Did you go somewhere? Can you share that with us and explain to us why did you do what you did?
Well, speaking of student activities, we made some volunteer work here at MCC and at the Salvation Army. We've been there 3 times already and helping. It was really nice. About trips, we went to Chicago.
Yeah.
Why did you go to Chicago?
Well, at first it was more for fun, for leisure. Then later we went with some people from the CCID program. Where else? We've been to Minneapolis. At the beginning of the program, we had 3 days there of people telling us about the program. It was more than a pre-orientation for the program. And on Christmas, we've been to New York. That was an adventure.
Yeah, and around we've been at Davenport and Iowa City already.
City, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Are you planning to be more active in any of the student organizations or events for next semester, for example? I mean, like, hopefully one of the big events that we're going to have next semester, and that's mainly, you know, usually international students participate heavily in this event, is what we call the Diversity Day. And traditionally before, you know, we always had like a table from Brazil. I mean, they will display items from Brazil, and they, you know, they talk about their heritage and culture and tradition and so on. So shall I assume that you will be participating in that day?